First, if you want Twitch drops, you have to actually launch the game and click on this, and it'll give you a code that you have to go put in. But when you first load into the Dark Woods, first thing you'll see is the quest board. You're going to want to do these. Straight past this bridge on the right, you have Charon. And this is where all the cosmetics are. You can go through each tab. And for the weapons, to equip skins or like view skins for weapons you don't have currently equipped, you can just press Q or whatever your filter button is to cycle between all the weapons. The next thing here is Dante, which is where all your perks are going to be. If you get the Renewal of Dust one, I would pretty much always use this. I think this is hands down the best perk in the game. At max, I'm pretty sure level 5 is max, you double all of your dust that you gain, which means you'll level up a lot more in runs, which is just hard scaling. And then the other one I like to run is Astute Erudite for more co-op power gen. When I unlock another slot, I'm gonna re-equip Empathy because I like that one, and I don't like a lot of the conditional ones, like dealing more damage while my dust is full or things like that. Going further up here, you get to this little training area. You can complete these tutorials for rewards. The others will come later. You can freely swap between all of the weapons. Beatrice is how you'll track all of your feat levels and is essentially like the meta progression in this game. You complete these challenges. Some of them are currently bugged, like teleport to other players, use keys on rare relic chests. But by doing those, you'll unlock feat levels, and at feat level 6, you'll get weapon upgrades. So you want to try and do these feats. Ultimately, the goal is for the Crown of Immortality, which they said when you have this and you beat the final boss while wearing it, that's how you'll reach the game's ending. But that's for far in the future and not currently even possible. These are relics, which you'll find in runs. You'll have to unlock the ability to find more relics through playing runs. So you'll find like relic tokens, and that unlocks, because some of these will be locked and some of them will just be unknown to you. It'll unlock the locked ones, which gives them a chance of appearing in runs. And then when you unlock wishing, you'll be able to spend Stardust to upgrade the chances of that relic dropping in a run. Some of these are very good, and especially some of the status effect ones, which are mainly in here in the rare section. Light attacks inflict exposed, and then when you pair that with this one, your co-strikes inflict marked. And then this epic relic, which all of your attacks inflict every status effect that you can. Weapons become very strong. It's not explained anywhere, unfortunately. So the effects, like exposed, for example, makes enemies take more damage. And marked makes your co-strikes deal more damage. So a co-strike is when you're hitting something and someone else is hitting it at the same time. The last status effect you can apply is weak, which lowers enemies' attack. The Compendium right here is your best friend. If you ever don't know what something does, just come check this. It has details on almost everything. Like I said, it's missing the status effect explanations, but it'll explain most gameplay mechanics and even boss attacks. The characteristics are attack and vitality are self-explanatory. Attack just makes you deal more damage. Vitality increases your health. Empathy increases the damage of your co-strikes and the effectiveness of your co-op powers, which I think is very underappreciated. For example, with the bow, daggers, and staff, it'll make all of their ults last longer, and then the Sword of Justice gains more shield health. The Bow of Hope ult is directional, and so is the Staff of Sloth. So for the bow, it will always shoot upwards. You can't make it shoot any other way, so whatever you're trying to hit, you want to be below when you cast it. And then the Staff of Sloth will always shoot to the right, so you want to be on the left of whatever it is you're trying to hit. The Sword of Justice and Daggers of Greed, their directions don't matter. You can see here I wanted to do those runes on the ground because they have a chance of doing random effects like giving you bones, summoning enemies, sometimes even just setting off traps. But the guy ran away from it, so I kind of chased him down to ping for him to come where I wanted him to. And the help me ping is very useful for that because it makes that loud ping noise. It's visible on the map and people should notice it from far away. You kind of have to just spam that to get people to follow you. The dungeons will spawn in 2 waves, 6 in each, and after completing the first 6 and the last 6, you'll hear these bells go off, and then random attacks will just be launched on everyone in the game, regardless of whether you're in a dungeon or not. And they're very easy to avoid. You can kind of just run in a straight line usually. Spinning in circles might get you hit, or being around a lot of other people. After all 12 dungeons are complete, the Ascension Battles will appear, and there's 3 spots on the map to do them. Each Ascension Battle you complete will give you a legendary relic, and you can get a 4th one by completing the secret dungeon, which will appear at one of the inactive gates at some point during the run. Now here I'm trying to get people to go to the left one, because I think with 25 people we should be able to complete 2, maybe even all 3 of them, since they're not too difficult. I'm trying to corral people into this 3rd one using pings, and I'm checking the map to see where everyone is going. If you have a TP stone, it's good to help other battles once you're done with your Ascension battle to get more relics. For the final boss of Inferno, Lucifer, I'm going to use clips from my stream to show his different attacks and techniques that you can use against him. So I apologize if you can hear like layered speaking in the background. I'm just going to be voicing over the clips. Lucifer has a couple very basic attacks, like this triangle slam down with both arms. He can drop a little crystal from the sky, and then he can slam his arm down, all of which are very easy to deal with. He can summon an ice shard from the ground that if you don't break will scream and do an AoE hit. The sword has the ability to block all of these attacks by just using its parry, so you can stay in there and deal damage. The dagger also can, by using your takedown. You get iframes to just avoid the attacks, keep your co-strike up and deal more damage. And you can even use the takedown to jump over the pushback he does with his wings in between phases, as you'll see right here on screen. I was able to just stay in there by jumping over it. Now getting into his more special attacks, and his last phase he has this stack attack where you have to have a certain amount of people in the circle or the person it's on takes damage. Last Betrayal is one of his casting type attacks where he summons 3 bosses and you have to kill all 3 of them to create safe zones. Each boss you kill creates a safe zone in one of the 3 parts of the attack. As you can see here, with all 3 dead, his eyes will glow, and whichever isn't glowing shows you which spot the safe zone will be in. Sadly we kill him before he can cast it 2 more times, but he does that 3 times and you just have to keep moving. Frozen Hate is the one where he spawns shackles on both his arms and you have to break them. You only need to break one, and then when he does the attack it'll create a safe zone on the side of the shackle you broke. But if you break both, then you'll have a safe zone on both the left and right sides of the map, and as you can see here, that sometimes gives you a way to keep attacking him. Eternal Sorrow is easily the most annoying of all 3 of his channeled attacks, because you have to break every single tier or he hits the entire arena. If you do manage to break all of them, then obviously it looks like this and it's very easy to avoid. But I've lost so many runs to just having 1 tier left and not being able to break it in time. And at the end, after you finally killed him, I recommend just spamming co-op powers to increase the stardust that you gain, since participating in them and casting them gives you more stardust. No. And also it's a fun little way to celebrate with everyone just spamming their co-op powers. This world map here shows you the location of all the loot. What is where is randomized between each run, but I'm pretty sure everything still spawns in the spots marked. You can just easily follow this. That's about everything that I wanted to cover. I just covered very basic things, and stuck to Inferno. There is a second area called Purgatorio, but I didn't get into that yet. And I have made it there and fought the boss for that area, but that was in the beta, and I don't know if anything has changed since then. So I don't want to give any information or use any old clips from then. With that though, you should be set to go and easily be able to clear out and win games.